Hey everyone, I couldn't keep quiet any longer. Oh my gosh, the Alex Hormozi book launch is like nothing I have ever seen before. Genius, genius, sheer genius, that's all I can say. So I'm gonna unpack this whole thing, walk you through what they did, what I think about it, what can be used for just the everyday person, gal, guy that's launching their book and what we think they can do. First of all, Alex Hormozi did an $81 million book launch. $81 million book launch. It's just insane. So first of all, let's start. He did do a pre-order. His book was not on Amazon. He did pre-orders, but it was just really to his list and to share it. So he started out, buy my book and you're going to get all these great bonuses, which is what we tell our authors to do. Do a value stack, say buy my book, and then you're going to get these great things that nobody else is going to get, something new, something different that nobody else has. So I think that's really cool. But then on the live event, what he did that was just so mind-blowing, and I've seen somebody do different versions of this, but not quite like what he did. So he did an offer of buy 200 books, but not buy 200 books. You're going to donate 200 books. So he did this, it was like, like 10-hour live launch that he did where he was teaching and selling kind of at the same time. And so what he was saying is, hey, I've got this offer. It's $6,000, but let me break it down to you. My book is, I think it was $24 or $29. It came to exactly $6,000, right? So he is saying, donate 200 books. So in this package deal that I'm giving you for $6,000, you're going to get 200 hardback books. Now, they're not going to be physically just shipped to you unless you want them to, right? But he shows you can sell these books, right? If you sell the books, you'll get your money back 100%, the $6,000 by selling the books. You can give away the books and give them to prospective clients or people that are in your ecosystem already. And he gives you a whole breakdown. I don't know if I can show this here. He gives the whole money model. You know, I'm gonna just read this to you right there. I have 200 books. I'll send you the first 200 people that DM me, only if you can afford it yourself, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. But then what he's saying is, let me get to the right part of the offer here. He's going to give you, the whole offer is the 200 copies of the books. Then he gives you 12 more physical books, playbooks in a queue, along with 3 months of this trial of this training, and then access to the 100 Million Miles course, an audiobook, an invitation to the webinar, and a custom trained AI, which is, I think, genius because I've been in some masterminds now that it's like they've cloned themselves. So you can ask the person anything, right, in real time. But then I want to get down to, okay, here's the model that I want to see. Maybe I can get a screenshot that I'll do this, but I'm just going to show this real quick in there. So this is kind of how it works. All right, that's just the screenshot. And then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. What you would do is you get these books and then you would send an email with a capture landing page to your audience or do an ad with it. You can do a Facebook ad, Instagram ad, whatever. And then the person is going to say, yeah, I would like this book. So then you get their email address, phone number, whatever you want, goes into that. They get a code emailed back to them with the link to get their book. Then that code, you don't touch anything. That code gets sent off to Alex Hormozi's group. And guess what? Then they send the book out for you. So you can get the codes and then just send them to him. It's part of your funnel that you do this. So you're getting all your money back. Or you could donate the books to a nonprofit and then you would get the tax write-off for the books for doing that as well. So it's just an ingenious, genius idea that he's saying, I'm going to upsell you, but it could potentially cost you nothing to buy this. It could be free. And you could get new business out of it. So how cool is that? Let's think about that. I'm going to sell you something. You've bought my book. You're here at a webinar that I'm going to teach you kind of the stuff that's in my book, but I'm going to explain to you step by step how this works. I'm going to upsell you on this great opportunity to get all these new things, the webinar, the other 12 playbooks, all this stuff, but it's really going to cost you $0, and you might even make possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars by getting new clients. So you're going to buy the product. You're going to then offer it to people either free or, sell it and get your money back, and offer it to new clients, get them in your ecosystem, get new leads, new revenue, even to clients you already have, you can give it to them and maybe they're going to buy more from you because of this. Then you've paid for this whole thing itself. And now I think he got, I don't even remember how many people bought this. Then from there was an upsell. So he went from selling you this $6,000 thing, and then, oh yeah, if you want to be part of my exclusive mastermind VIP launch, or not launch, VIP group, it's $3,000 a month for 6 months, $18,000. Now, there's no salespeople. It's just a landing page. And people went to this landing page from the 6,000 to the 18,000, and they just clicked and bought it for $18,000. The last math I had on this was 231 people bought that at $18,000. That's insane. It's insane, the launch that he had of what he did and how he just leveraged all this stuff. I'm just telling you, he made it a no-brainer for most people that were in it, and he was on the air for so long. I heard that he says he likes to practice his stuff at least 3 times. So think if he had to practice 10 hours 3 times, holy cow, that's a lot of work. But so I just love that he broke it down that, you send the email, you get the redemption code, and he did this. So it was just insane what he did with this offer and then the upsell ladder for $3,000 a month. I'm going through some of the other things I wanted to talk about here. Oh, and for that upsell too, you could get 800 books. So 800 books, direct access to him. Not only for the 18,000, you could help pay for that by getting 800 additional books. So then you get 1,000 books. And I have to say, I was just gifted with a bunch of cosmetic skincare stuff that, it's a long story. But anyways, I have 1,000 boxes of these eye gel things. And it does make you feel so good. I just took a bunch to my networking group and gave everybody a box. And they were like, oh, this is so nice. And one of the things that the speaker said is not just when you give stuff away, it's to make people feel good. It really makes you feel good. So you're starting this momentum of giving books, right? That makes you feel good, that you're changing somebody else's life possibly because you're gifting them this book that has high value. So I think that is a really cool thing as well to keep that in mind during this promotion. The other thing is he sent out a massive amount of emails. Massive. So most people are thinking, oh, that's too many times. I think during the course of this, I'll have to go back and check, but I think I signed up early, right? So I got into the other funnel I joined the webinar and bought the book right away. So I got my book actually today. So my book came today, which is 4 days after the launch. And then I was in the other workflow, as we call it. So people who didn't sign up maybe were getting different emails. But I would say he started a month and a half beforehand. At least, I would say 6 to 8 weeks he started. I have to go back and look. So if you're an author, you really need to start promoting 6 weeks in advance. I have some authors, oh, I don't want to hammer my list. I'm going to let them know the week of. No, people want to join the excitement and feel what's going on. So he started way in advance. I would say I had 100 emails from him. If I had one, I had 100. But then he was doing live videos practically every day. He was talking about the book every day. I showed our team his Instagram, and they're like, because we're going to do a book launch coming up soon, and we've got other people, obviously doing launches. And I said, let's just look what he's posting on his Instagram. Is he posting about the book once a week, twice a week? He is posting every single day. If you scroll down and look at his Instagram all the way through, it's all books. It's something's about the book all the time is what he's talking about. That's his only conversation. So if you're launching a book, that needs to be the main part of your conversation. It's not the redheaded stepchild in the corner, right? I mean, this is your main thing. Push it out. Let people know. Be excited about it. I mean, if you put a quality book out, then you should be excited and want to promote it to other people. So that's the other thing. So videos, messages on your social media, everywhere, post about it, be creative. So do massive amounts of information about the book. And I'm telling you, he broke all kinds of records. He broke Guinness World Book records of book sales. It's the most sold for any book before. Now, Gary Vee did a thing where he stair-stepped it. If you bought a certain amount of books, then you got to go to the next level of a mastermind or have time with him. So he had stair steps of how many books that you would have to buy to get to the level to earn different things with him, but he never had it where this whole process of, let me show you how you can get your money back. Let me show you how we've created this whole funnel for you, and you follow this program and you're going to get all the money that you're spending on these books back. Otherwise, you end up like with a garage full of books. Who wants that? There's probably people still with garages with books of Gary V's that they don't know what to do with. So this is just a cool way that he's invented using models and systems that he's teaching to do the book launch. All right. $81 million from a webinar. Can you believe that? I mean, it's just, and then he replayed it. He did it again. Actually, I take that back. He did it Saturday. Sunday, he came on live again for, I think, another 7 hours on Sunday. And then he sent the replay to his email list. And I didn't watch it live. I was going to, but I had something else going on. So I've been watching the replay of it, and it's very fascinating what's going on. Now, my son's business partner ended up buying the $6,000 bundle. So I'm curious to watch how he uses it and if it happens the way that he says it's going to. Let's see. He sold, right now, he's saying, this was 1,503 copies, 3,928 copies. So let's just call it 1.5 million. He sold 1,500,000 books in a day. I don't want to say it was in a day because he sold some, I think, before. But that's just insane, insane. I've never seen anything like this. Now, the other thing is he's self-published. He did not have a publisher. He did it himself. He had his team do it or had a self-publishing group do it. It just says self-published on there. So I'm sure when he first did this, somebody helped him do this. But the cool thing is, think about that. He's not sharing royalties with anybody. All the royalties are coming to him. So that doesn't even count the royalties he's going to get from the sales of the book ongoing from all of this, plus the sales of his other books that probably boosted up because of this. Self-published, has complete control of his content, can repurpose it any way that he wants. There's no publisher telling him what he can do, what he can't do. So that's super cool about that. Yeah, he probably got over 100 million mark with his 18K upsell. I mean, that's just crazy. So people were buying 1,000 books at a time. They were buying 1,000 books at a time. And then he had, I don't know, it says affiliates didn't generate most signups. They also became social hiring mechanisms. I just had this synopsis that I did here of everything. So I'm just kind of reading through it. Yeah. So he did a lot of ads. He was saying that he ran his first ads. I think he spent, I don't know if it was over $1 million, but then he got like $2 million in revenue of book sales when he was doing the pre-launch. So every time he was running ads, he was spending around the same. So at the end of the day, he was making like 2 to 1 or more. So he was spending on ads like say 2 million, but then he was generating 4 million. I mean, so he really wasn't coming out of pocket. But I mean, as you say, you got to come out of pocket in the first time, and ads don't always work, but you test and measure to see if they're going to work. So this was the thing that says the philosophy, why the offer converted so hard. Generosity and reciprocity, reframing as a donation and a thank you. Bonuses created more momentum to buy. Scarcity and urgency, a fixed deadline. So he did have a really hard deadline. So it was Monday at midnight, basically is what he said. Monday at midnight was the hard deadline. Plus one upsell, one-time upsells eliminated the procrastination. So you had the upsells, had the timeline as well. So even if you bought just one book, you had a limit to the bonuses that you were getting. You're going to get status and community. You know, he's building a community with this. Everyone who bought the $6,000 thing is now part of a community that they're going to be there, and people love that. I know some of the communities I'm with with my masterminds, it's really useful because you can have this ongoing chat. Risk reversal. So that's what we talked about earlier. There's no risk involved. If you follow what he said to do and you have the wherewithal to do it, then it actually costs you nothing, costs you $0. And he really over-delivered, right, with the playbooks, him as an AI person, the workshop, everything, and he had social proof everywhere. That was what I thought was really cool about everything that he was teaching. He had social proof about. So it wasn't like the first time that he's done this. It's hard for someone starting a new business if you don't have social proof. If it's your first book, you may not have that social proof and you're just rolling out your business. And the social proof I'm finding that people are looking for is there's the one of, hey, I worked with Elite Online Publishing. They're great. I trust them. You should work with them. But then there's the social proof of, hey, my book made me millions of dollars. I mean, Alex Hormozi's book has made him hundreds of millions of dollars. And he talks about that. By rolling out a book, he showed the difference of when he did his first book to his second book to his third book. And it's just, oh my gosh, it's just crazy how much money he's made and how much it's grown every time he did a book launch. So if you don't believe in book launches, this is proof about what a book launch can do for you if it's done right. And you can do it on a smaller scale. We create a whole system for you. I mean, we do a bestseller campaign, but if you're really wanting to be entrenched in what we do, is coming up with a system similar to what Alex is doing. Most of the time our authors don't have huge budgets, so it's on a smaller scale, but it's really leveraging that book and having those upsells and downsells of what people can do. So just huge. So simple math, just think, if he had 10,000 customers at 6,000, that's 60 million right there. Oh my gosh. And then you add the upsell of 18,000, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. If you're launching a book and you want to talk about what Alex did and have us help you set that up for you, because that's what we've done. We've done it for Shaquille O'Neal's former wife. She was with a traditional publisher and her sales were going nowhere. And we know how to set this up and make you a bestseller and leverage the book for your business, for your clients, to make this something that isn't just a one-shot thing. So reach out to us at eliteonlinepublishing.com. This is the craziest book launch, the best book launch I have ever seen in my life, and I've been in this business for over 10 years now. Reach out to us. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're everywhere. You can find us, you can check out our videos. But if you want a meeting with us, go to our website and there's a place there you can just connect, and we call it author submission. Just go there and connect with us and set up an appointment. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.